Hello, welcome to Paul's Take, and today we're talking about the new Mazda RX-9. Yay! Well, as of today, as of right now of this filming, it has not been released yet. It's not been, no details have been said about it yet, except the fact that it's supposed to be coming out in 2020, and right now it is January 16th, 2020. So hopefully it's not just a rumor. Well, I have these pictures here. There's basically two different looks that I see is out. Hopefully, I don't know, they both look pretty nice, so I don't really care which one they like. One actually looks more like it's more for the market. One looks like it was basically the vision, the idea, and then they have, they always have the first concept, and then they take it to the engineers and they're like, well, we can't do that, but we can do this. So it seemed like one of them is the concept, and the other one is potentially the one that will be released. But it might be neither one. So we'll wait and see. I guess the bigger question, besides when is it coming out, is what's going to power it. So some believe it's going to be, they're going to stick to tradition and do the rotary motor. And if anybody knows much about rotary motors, they know they're good and bad. You got pros, you got cons. I'll go with the pros first. Or should I go with the cons first? I'll go with the cons first. They don't seem to be reliable. They do seem like if you try to find a used RX-7, if they're in good condition, you'll probably find out that it had a rebuilt motor, or has really low miles, or there's something wrong with the motor. And I had an RX-7 way back. I think it was probably a 1982 RX-7, so it's the first generation. And it has rotary motors have two rotors, so they spin, right? Not exactly like a like a top, like perfectly spin. There's a kind of a obligated, or I don't know what you call it. It's not symmetrical. It's kind of, it flows and it kind of turns and it compresses and it releases the compression and it releases the exhaust. So it's basically like a four-stroke, but in a spinning kind of way. Anyhow, the one I had, I bought it. This is when I was like maybe 19 years old, and already one rotor, I didn't know at the time, but one rotor was already bad. So it was only running on one rotor out of the two. It still ran pretty good. I didn't know it until I tried to get a smog check, and it was like, one of these rotors is putting out pure exhaust, pure just gasoline. So one of the rotors was shot, which is hard to explain why, because the motors, one thing nice about the motors, the pros about the motor is it's super simple. There's hardly any parts in it. The motor itself only consists of the rotor, which is like a triangle looking thing, and some bearings. That's it. I don't even think there's valves. Yeah, so there's no valves, there's nothing else. Just all it is just like the rotors and the bearings are holding in place. It's almost like an electrical motor. So, okay, so one of them went bad. It still ran pretty good. I still liked it. So another con is it burns a lot of oil. My car, my RX-7 was so bad. I never gave it oil changes. Of course, I was young and dumb too, but I just checked. I monitored oil very frequently, and I would just add oil. I always have quarts of oil in my car, and then I would check it probably once a week and just add oil. It burned so much, it was like a two-stroke almost. Okay, and the next thing, as small as they are, because basically the rotary motors are only like 1.3 liters. And that's, so compared to like a Dodge Hemi, which is 6.4 liters. It's a big difference. But for as small as it is, it's terrible on gas. You would think something so small and so light would be good, but it's not. It's terrible. All right, so those are the cons. They don't seem to be reliable. They burn oil and they drink a lot of gas. The pros are they're really light. They rev really high. And I don't know, that's about it. But the fact that it's light and powerful, they're really good for turbos. So I guess the way it's set up, the basic construction of it or design of it, actually it helps with it does well with turbos on it. So like the best king of the RX-7s was a what was it? Yeah, 92. The 92 RX-7s were the best. They had twin turbos and they were fast as heck. But then they went to the RX-8 and they got ugly. And they put 4 seats in there. Should be a coupe. Should be a two-seater, two-door vehicle, first of all, for the RX. Anyways, the new one, they're not really sure what's going to be in it. And nobody really knows. They haven't released it. But I can guess. And I can tell you what I would like. I don't know. Actually, I have mixed feelings. But first of all, it could be a rotary motor. And they're always tweaking the rotary. And every generation that comes out, they say it's better. We fixed it all. All those problems, we fixed them. But then it seems like they get worse. I don't know. Anyway, so it could be a rotary motor. Or they could just say scrap the motor. We'll do a traditional piston style motor. Which I would rather them do piston if it was just a piston versus rotary option. What I think they're going to do, this is my guess, I think they're going to do a hybrid. I think they're going to do a hybrid of a rotary and battery powered electric motor. So they go together. Rotary and electric motors are both spin. And another thing about the rotary is that I forgot to mention, they don't have a lot of torque off the line, but electric does. So where the one is kind of has a weakness, the other one has a strength. And then the electric ones they don't really seem to have a super high. From what I understand, they don't have a piston can go at a higher top speed. Well, the rotaries can spin like crazy and have a good top speed, so they gotta complement each other. So I would probably, that's probably what they're gonna do. And I'm fine with it because you would lose a little bit of the lightness because you got an electric motor, but you probably wouldn't have to have such a huge battery. So you'd probably still be relatively light. The last option, which I don't completely mind either, it would probably be the most interesting if it was all electric. And I'm fine with that, except I know one thing great about RX-7s is they are so light. You can flick them around a corner. Back when I was young, they didn't have drifting, they had fishtailing. And I would fishtail around like basically every single corner and had total control, which I thought anyways. But I never did crash it. Like this right here, I could be fishtailing right now, but no, front wheel drive. Anyway, so that's my take. So hopefully I can find out some more information. If I can find out some more, I will definitely update the videos. But as of right now, it's all speculation. And let's see if my prediction is correct. A hybrid rotary motor. That could be interesting though. All right, thanks for watching. Make sure you help me out, support the page, hit like, subscribe, make a comment. Tell me what you think they're gonna put in that RX-9, the RX-9. Thanks for watching. Paul Stick.